Hello everyone, it's Daphne and today I have some news for you and they're going to be delivered ASMR style because I'm aware that you really like looking at me and at my nails and listening to me speak in this very calm voice. Now, as you can see, today my nails are even longer than usual. I should probably get some measuring tape and measure them for you. I'm guessing this is like 7 centimeters, 3 inches. And I want to tell you a little story about why this is happening. So I placed a bet with a friend, and the bet is whether I can live for a month with 3-inch nails. I have to say that I don't know if I can do it. And you know that I've been wearing very long nails for a long time now, and I had a episode in the summer of 2017 when my nails were almost as long, but not this long. This is crazy. This is huge. I am scared and I'm amused, and I'm always up for a challenge. I don't know where this is going. I don't know if I'm going to be able to live with these. They are humongous. I mean, look how long this is. If I poke my nose, I'm going to get right inside my brain. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be extra careful. Now, actually, the story behind the bet is that she has been my friend for a long time now, and because she doesn't live in the same house with me and she doesn't see what I do on a daily basis, she sometimes was asking me if I ever use the vacuum cleaner to hoover around the house. And of course I do, because I have 3 cats. And you know how it is when you have 3 ragdoll cats whose hair is long like this. They shed a lot of hair and they run around and they spread the hair. And also I'm a very clean person and I like to have everything perfectly clean around me. So I vacuum clean every other day or something like that. I do have a cleaning lady who generally comes once a week, and she spends a day here, 8 hours, and she cleans everything. But lately she hasn't been feeling very well. Actually, she was supposed to come over yesterday, and then she called to ask if she should come. The weather has been horrible here. We had like 2 feet of snow in March, at the end of March. Highly unusual in Romania. Generally at the end of March we even have 25 degrees, so we're all in shock. So I told her to stay home because there's no point in doing that, so I had to clean the house, and that's what I was doing this morning. I have had these nails since Wednesday. Today is Saturday, so I wore them Wednesday evening, Thursday, Friday, and today is Saturday. Right now it's Saturday afternoon. I must say that life is becoming a challenge. I had to drive my car to the salon, and it was very snowy and low visibility, and generally tires don't have such a good grip on the road. In such conditions, luckily I have an SUV. It has full traction 4x4, so I just activated the 4x4 mode and I drove a bit carefully. I always do, because when you have big nails you have to drive carefully. You probably have seen me driving. If not, do go check out my Facebook page, Cosmetic Snob fan page, and you'll see it. And I went to the salon and I parked on a place where I don't usually park. I also have to admit that I don't normally stay there until 6 p.m. Generally, we're done with my nails around 2, 3, 4 p.m. And that is an area where people live, and it seems that people in that particular area are super territorial. So after being busy with my nail tech Gabi for 5 hours getting these done, and talking about how life is going to be with 3-inch nails, I put my winter jacket on. Of course, no gloves, because I do have several pairs of leather gloves that I normally wear in winter, but this had been so far such a mild winter that I did not need gloves. So generally when I walk outside, I'm going to put my hands inside the sleeve like this, or in my pockets also folded, or in my husband's pocket, one hand and the other up the sleeve or something like that if we walk together. But this time I was by myself, so I walked to my car and it was getting dark. It was very slippery and very snowy, to suddenly find that there was this red Volkswagen blocking my car from getting out of the parking, and there were 5 million parking spots free around, so that was on purpose. My car was flanked by 2 cars, and there was another car preventing me from exiting. So I realized that someone had done it on purpose. So I went inside the salon. I told the manager what was going on. He said, don't worry, I will get your car out. But he didn't know the situation, so he went out and he saw what was going on, and he said, yeah, there's no way you can get out. But I noticed a little ticket in the windshield with a number written on it. I really had not noticed that, also because it was dark. So then I went and I again walked around. There was the tiniest ticket in a moss green, and on it written in tiny letters a phone number. So I called the number and I said, lady, please, you're blocking me, please get your car out so I can leave your territory. And she said, yeah, I'm coming over. She came over, she removed her car, and then I could go. And I was feeling a bit strange, getting used to the new nails in the driving department. You probably know. If you don't, I'm telling you now, my car is a automatic, not a shift stick, because I can't possibly be doing like this all the time with long nails. And then I drove home. It took me 5 million years because the road's very busy. Normally that takes 40 to 45 minutes. It took me 1.5 hours. But I made it home and we ate. And yeah, then we just chilled. And the next day I had to go to the IRS, you would call it, the revenue service here of Romania, to deal with some administrative matters. I needed to register the car on a different social headquarters, something very fascinating, I'm sure. And they made me fill in a form. And I was with my Louboutin handbag like this on one arm, and this is like 3.5 kilo empty. I think right now it's 5 kilo with everything I have in it. Do you want to see a video of what I have in my handbag? And you see that my nails are assorted with the handbag. And I was with the handbag like that, and then I finally put it on the counter, and I had to fill in some forms, and they had like bar counters, very tall, so I could stand up and write. And then there was this woman, I really could see her with my peripheral view. She came next to where I was writing. She was like checking out my nails, but really so conspicuous. And everybody was staring, and yeah, that was fun. And finally I managed to write everything around. And then, because this is Romania, I was missing a copy of my ID, and then I had to go back and get the ID copied, get the ID out of the wallet, and then get it copied and stuff. And again, people staring. I probably looked like someone from a different dimension. Eventually, I managed to get out of the IRS 1 hour later. But I knew what I was getting into. Actually, this was the easy way, believe it or not. And then I had to remove the car, which was parked somewhere on a dead-end street. In Romania, sadly, in the center of Bucharest, there isn't so much parking space because the authorities aren't building it yet. We're all praying that it happens. So when you want to park in the center, you have very limited options, among which parking by some guys who have, I don't know how legal that is or isn't, because there is no written parking fee, and also those are not designated parking areas. Basically, they just ask you if you want, you say yes, and then you park. And when they led me inside the street, I was not aware it was a dead-end street. So when I came back from the IRS on the slippery roads with my nails and with my bag, I realized that there were so many cars on that road that the only way for me to get out was to drive backwards. Being a woman, I am not very well oriented in space. Ever since I started driving, I became a bit more oriented, but I am by no means the same as a man. So I had to manage, and there was then all these guys around me giving me directions. Mind you, my car has sensors and cameras for parking. Nevertheless, I did not want to cause any damage because there were parked on that street. Most vehicles were more expensive than my own. So I wanted to keep everything clean and nice. So I think it took me some 10 minutes to drive backwards, because I would drive backwards and then I was getting near a car, and then I would straighten and go ahead and then again backwards, and somehow I just felt like I could not manage to get out of there. I was praying for a helicopter. And in the meantime, imagine doing all sorts of steering wheel movements with nails, and those guys were looking and saying, "Come on, pretty lady, come on, you can do it, yes." It was so much fun. I mean, for them. For me, I just wanted to get out of there, and eventually I managed. I think that was one of the most difficult and anxiety-inducing situations ever, and now that I got this done, I can tell you for sure, whenever there's a difficult parking situation involved, I will be thinking that if I could do that on that day, I can do anything. So I went out, and then I went to bring the said car papers with a stamp on from the IRS, remember, to the company that was helping us with the car registration. So I went there and I asked for the contact that I had there, and the guy came and he was like, "But your nails, can I touch them?" I said, "Hey, we're talking about the car here." Yeah, but they're so long. Aren't you bothered by them? I said, yeah, I don't know how it's going to be because I placed a bet and have to wear them for a month this long. So I don't know. Maybe I will be bothered. Maybe I won't be bothered. Only time can tell. And he was so all over my nails. He was asking the girl behind the reception, have you seen her nails? And generally women roll their eyes at my nails, and she was like, yeah, I've seen them. Not interested at all. And then I got home and I started filming some videos, and I started taking some photos for my Instagram and stuff. The next morning, Friday, when I woke up, I thought about finally using the new car papers that I received from the guy on the day before, putting it in order. And when I opened the car registration, surprise, they had given me the registration of an automobile that was not mine. So someone out there was missing their papers. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you the name of the company because I think they're a bunch of incompetents. This is not the first time that I have problems with them, but we are forced by our lease contract to operate with this company. So the only thing I could do was email them. I sent a photo, here, you gave me this car registration, it's not mine, please fix it. And they said they were going to send someone over within 1 hour. So I got in the shower, I washed my hair, and of course while I was in the shower, my phone was ringing. I didn't see, my husband answered, and the guy came to pick up the papers. And then my husband came to me and said he was asking for the license plates. I said, what's license plates? I got out of the shower, then I called back the number and I said, what are you guys talking about? Yeah, there was a man at the location where you sent us and he refused to give the license plates. I said, man, are you insane? What license plates? I did not request for new license plates. So you didn't give me license plates. I have no clue where the plates are. All I can tell you is you should be grateful that I am giving you the possibility. Finally, there was another guy who came over again and he asked me for my old registration paper. So again, he started talking about the plates. So I had to explain to this one all over again that there were no plates, and I think probably he didn't really get it into his head because he was very preoccupied to look at my hands as I was making gestures, because we Romanians kind of like to talk with our hands. And I particularly, when I get very frustrated about the fact that people don't understand what I'm telling them, I use my hands to gesture. So right now I don't have my own registration, so I'm not driving in my own car. We're driving in my husband's car and hoping that I will get my own registration back from the company in time. And as for my bet, what I can tell you is that I could tie my own shoelace. I could put on my own clothes, even my socks. If I am wearing a bit of a looser pair of socks and not a very tight woolen ones, it's fine. I am definitely waiting for the weather to get better. We still have 2 feet of snow at this point. It's supposed to melt within the week. So I'm thinking it's going to be better during the week to survive. What I haven't done yet is gone to the gym, because when you go to the gym you have to take your stuff out of the gym bag and you have to put your shoes on, and generally my gym clothes are leggings and tights and stuff like that, so they're quite tight. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, and I don't know how I'm going to do Pilates, even though normally my nails don't bother me in Pilates. And I don't know how I am going to take cards in and out of the wallet. That's a bit of an issue, but we'll see. And the thing is that we are planning to travel. I think my husband will go first to Holland and then I will follow by plane, so I'm not sure how I'm going to fly with these nails. We're thinking that he's going to bring most of my luggage, so I can only travel with hand luggage, and then we will drive back to Romania from Holland. Very complicated, I know. And this is about how exciting my month of April is going to be. We're also perhaps thinking of moving house to our own house, because I am kind of bored with living in an apartment where I can hear the neighbors stomping around, and I really need to be in a place where I can have a dedicated room for filming, because you know, when I do these ASMR videos, sometimes you will hear the laundry machine or you will hear the alarm. You probably noticed that there's sometimes something beeping. We've been here almost a year. We asked for the deactivation code. When we got here, we never received one, so the alarm is just making a lot of noise. But I will see whether I will survive with these nails for a full month. Right now, my idea is to cut maybe 1 centimeter off at the end of the month when I go to Gabi next. That I can tell you I'm thinking to do. Please share your input. Tell me if you're excited for my bet, if you think I'm going to make it. So the idea is, if anything happens to the nails, if one breaks, I lose. If I have a full set of 10 nails at the end of the month, I win 500 euro. It's a very exciting bet, and that's going to mean lots of Tom Ford or a new wallet. We'll see. That's why I wanted the bet to be so high, and I'm curious as much as you are. So these are the nails. Again, that's why they're not very complicated today. This is my right hand with a beige nudish color, and my left hand has this very intense red with some sparkles in it. I'm not sure you can see this. I will probably film another video for those of you who just like to see nails, because I know there are some who just like to look at my nails and to listen to them, and maybe just something like this, because I know the majority of you want to see my face and my nails in the same picture, and that's what this video is about. So thank you so much for hanging out. I'd love to know your opinion about my bet and about my new nails. Are they too much? Are they not enough? Please let me know. Do you want to see a new shape? I know everybody wants to see a new shape, but you know how stubborn I am and how much I love stiletto. So that's about it for now. Please give this video a thumbs up, share it, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and thank you so much for watching. How's your weather? Because mine is horrible. Have a nice day. Bye bye.